Remanufacturing a power head for a 115 Yamaha 2015. It's a show, which is a little bit of high performance. I thought it'd be a good time to explain the differences between 4-stroke and 2-stroke when it pertains to lubrication. So I don't know if everybody knows this, but all 4-strokes have oil in the motor and it's constantly circulating to lube all the parts. 2-stroke, either they have oil injection that mixes the oil with the gas, or it has premix where the oil's already mixed with the gas. So basically, two-stroke, you can think about the lubricant is really the fuel, one way or another, simply put. But what they do on a 4-stroke, they have an oil pump right here. It's driven by the crankshaft. Crankshaft's out of this. These are all the bottoms of the pistons and the connecting rods. We're ready to put the crank in. We'll probably have photos for you. So the oil pump pumps oil at a pretty good rate. Believe it or not, this block has plumbing in it on the casting. These holes pump oil to all the main bearings. These are the mains that carry the crank. The crank is over here. Lubricates the crank over here. And ironically, see the crank with the holes? This crank is actually drilled. The oil goes all through that crankshaft. Not only lubricates it, but keeps it cool too. So great system when it works. If it's neglected, this motor will not last long at all. That's not what killed it, but if you have a 4-stroke outboard and you don't change the oil consistently, you will have major problems. Now, on a 2-stroke, this is your rod bearing. It's got, they call them needle bearings. So it's metal on metal. That's because the oil is so much thinner because it's mixed with gas. It really needs these extra bearings because these roll. So these are considered a better bearing when they, in a rare case, they'll put them in a really like supercar. They'll call them jeweled bearings. So it's a little more support. There's nothing wrong with these, but that's the rare case that a 4-stroke has needle bearings. But pretty much all 2-stroke outboards for the last 50, 60 years have had these. Some of the little 6-horses did have Babbitts, but you'll notice that the older 2-strokes that had these type of bearings ran at 25-to-1 instead of 50-to-1 for extra protection of the oil. If you ran 50-to-1, you'd wear the Babbitts out. That's what they call these Babbitts, because they used to make it out of Babbitted steel. Unlike a Model T, you'd actually make these bearings. They'd have a little channel, and you'd pour. They call it Babbitt. It's like a soft metal, and you'd have to machine it in. So now you just put these inserts in. You check all your clearances, make sure it's all good, and of course, put all brand new oil in it. What we're going to like to do too is we're going to run it for maybe 5 hours. Then we're going to drain the oil, put fresh oil in it, because everything's new and it has to break in. And if it breaking in basically means parts wearing together, we want to make sure there's not a lot of metal in the oil, and then we'll have fresh oil in after that. So we're going to run it for quite a while, attached to a laptop. So that's one of the major differences. We're going to keep making videos on this motor. Because if you understand the differences between a 4-stroke and a 2-stroke, you understand both of them really well.